Welcome to the World Healing Tour podcast, where our mission is to help you heal yourself so you can heal the world. Hi, my name is Noah Crane. Each week, we will bring you tips and tools and inspire you to live your most empowered and joyful life. I'm also the founder of the 3G Effect, a daily mindset to keep you heart centered in everything you do with a positive attitude and a positive mindset by practicing three important elements. Element number one, every day remember to have a grateful heart and connect to your gratitude. When you are connected to your gratitude and you have a grateful heart, you are focusing on what's working in your life rather than what is not working right now. And you're also connecting yourself more to positive feelings and positive emotions, and therefore drawing more of those positive people, things, and experiences into your life. So every day, think about in this moment, what are you grateful for right now? Element number two, every day, remember to ground in love and compassion. Ground means you believe in yourself, you know yourself, you have an unshakable way about yourself that nobody can take that away from you. Having love and compassion for yourself is learning to remove judgments of yourself, learning to love yourself, to believe in yourself, to forgive yourself, to accept yourself, right? To do your own inner work to create the world and the journey you truly desire. When you're able to find those things within yourself and remove the judgments, you're also able to do that by extending that to other people, therefore making this world a better place. We all want more love and compassion. So why aren't we just freely giving out more love and compassion to all? And element number three, every day, know that you are not alone. You're actually being guided by God. So, whatever you want to call it, I call it God, whether you want to call it your higher power, universe, energy, whatever you want to call it, just know I talk to it as God. God is inside you because God created you. God's beside you. God's all around you. Learn to open your heart and soul to God. Learn to take time to thank God daily for the journey, to thank Him for guiding you. Ask Him for guidance every day. Thank God every day for everything. I thank God for everything. When I get home safe, I thank God for getting home safe. So your life is guided. You're not alone. So knowing that you're not alone, when you learn to be a good listener, God will send you messages and messengers in incredible ways to help just you on your journey and signals. So you just have to be open. You have to be a good listener and just know that everything that you want is on the other side of that connection that you have. And your whole journey is guided. So that's what's so beautiful. By doing the 3G effect mindset every day, I completely transformed my life. I've been able to draw the right energies and the right people into my life and be able to really step into the woman that I'm meant to be, find my soulmate, create a beautiful community. And it's really changed my life. And I want that for you too. So that's why I bring amazing people to share their journeys with you and help you on the journey. I'm so excited about my guest today. She's incredible. Michele D'Ambrosio is a coach and a mentor, an author of an incredible book called The 12 Commitments, which is a practice, an everyday practice to live an incredible life. She does her work with clients, with astrology, numerology, and psychology. She knows how to combine all three of those. She's also a personal friend and has helped me so much on this journey. She's literally been a gift in my life, and I'm so excited to share her with all of you. With no further ado, Michele, welcome to the World Healing Tour podcast.
I am truly blessed to be with you today. Coincidentally, your 3G effect is in each of the commitments. And as we go through them, you will get to identify how we synchronistically agree.
I love
I
that.
didn't plan it, and you didn't plan it. We are it. And because we are it, we connect.
Yes, and I'm just so grateful for our connection, Michele. So let's start. Let's jump right in. So we're gonna talk about your incredible book, The 12 Commitments, and it's a practice. It's a daily practice, And you really believe that life is a practice. Let's start talking about why is it so important to see life as a practice, a daily practice, and keep those commitments to yourself and the power of repetition of doing those daily.
Okay, well, we'll just start as a first grader.
Mhm.
We know how to tie our shoes, which we learned by our mom and dad teaching us repetitively how to tie our sneakers. So we practice tying our shoes through repetition. We go to first grade and we're all happy and we learn the ABCs. And when we come in, the teacher says, now we say our ABCs. Tell me how much you love me or something like that. But we do it every day until we know the ABCs through repetition.
Mm.
Then we go on to math. And I recognize the power of practice. And I realized that if I had commitments that I could practice with myself every day, I could become a stronger person. I didn't plan on the 12 commitments. As you said, God whispered them to me. And I started to say them every single day. Even though I wrote it in a book, I say them every day and every night as a prayer. And after a while, I started sharing them with my clients, and I shared them with you. And you were generous and very supportive. And through your love and kindness, you said to me, Michele, please make that a book. And more clients would say, Michele, could I please have a copy of those commitments? Finally, I did it. And I have a very simple book. It's just the 12 commitments, and we can go through them. And before you know it, it will become a practice for you.
I love that so much. And yeah, they do make such a difference. Why are so many of us so resistant to this, to a practice? Why are we all over the place? A lot of us, we're spreading our energy. We don't have that, that focus. Like you said, like you always said to me, you got to keep your eye on the ball. What does that mean to keep your eye on the ball?
Well, if you want to use the ball as an example,
Mhm.
I play tennis and I watch football. And the best tennis players keep their eye on the ball, not where the ball is going, where the ball is, not where they're shooting it to, but where the ball is. Same thing in football. The quarterback that stays still, like Tom Brady, and shoots the ball out of the pocket down to the end zone, most likely will hit his target. That's why he has 7 Super Bowl rings. The new quarterbacks are running all over because they are younger and they're moving their bodies. But you know what? They're not making as many touchdowns because their eye is on the player and not the ball. So keeping your eye on the ball is making a commitment each day. What do I want from myself today? And what am I willing to invest my time and my talent in? And how can I be guided to the right people? And keeping that as the ball of the energy of the day.
Yeah, I love that very much. I love that analogy because it's that constant practice, right? Of keeping your kind of having a target, right? Would you say it's like having a target that you just continuously, if this is where you want to go, you have to really keep your eye on that target?
The target of life is difficult because we are attracted by the power of attraction to other things, people, and places.
Mhm.
But the person who can stay in the square of their intention and keep their eye on the ball doesn't run off to here and there. Even though they may want to, their intention is I keep my eye on the ball. And they achieve much more with less effort,
Mhm.
because thoughts are things. And if their eye is on the ball, their thoughts will focus them towards the things they want. So the greatest power of our ability is attention, to put our attention on that which we desire.
Yes, that makes absolutely so much sense. We got to keep that attention where we're going. So, Michelle, let's go ahead and jump right into the 12 commitments.
Certainly,
I would love to
certainly. Should we
start.
start with it?
Yes, so we can go
Want
ahead
to
and start.
start with the first one?
Start with the first commitment to yourself, daily commitment.
Okay. Okay. In the book, there are 3 sentences that go with the first commitment. But the actual commitment is, I believe in me. I believe in me. And then I say to myself, what do you believe in, Michele? Even though I said it yesterday, I still ask myself today, Michele, what do you believe in? And I will birth a part of myself that I believe in today. For example, I believe in us today, Noah. I believe in the we of us. And I believe we came together today to be the best of us. So my belief today, when I believe in me, I believe in the we. And that's my first commitment. What do you think about when you say, I believe in me?
I believe that when I think I believe in me, that it's like my own thinking about how I see life, like you said, for the day. So it could change from day to day, but like I believe I can be a great mom today. I believe I can meet a great new person today. It could change from day to day, right?
Yes. Okay, so we've made the first commitment.
Mm-hmm.
We believe in ourselves. We believe we could be a good mom. We believe we can meet good people today. And I believe in the we. So we've already met your second belief to meet good people. You're meeting me.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we'll go to the second commitment. And this one is so impeccable. I choose words. Well, if I'm going to choose words today, why wouldn't I choose wonderful words? Why wouldn't I choose praise over criticism? Why wouldn't I choose love, because February is Heart Month, over hate? So today, if I was to choose one word, my word would be divine love. Well, that's 2 words. So to share divine love, that's the word I'll choose for today, to share divine love. So that becomes the ball of my day. Whenever I speak, the words I choose will be divine love words. How about you? What words will you choose today, Noah?
I will choose compassion. Having compassion to me is so important, right? Empathy for others, how I interact with people, how I affect them.
What is compassion? Is that feeling for somebody or listening?
Compassion for me is,
Would you say that again?
yeah, compassion for me is being able to get in the other person's world and know how I impact them with my words.
So every person you meet today, you will feel
Mm-hmm.
how are they doing, and then when you listen, you will respond with words
Mm-hmm.
that are caring and supportive. That's the ball of your words today, correct?
Yes, 100%.
Is that correct?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay, do you see how simple they are? That's why you can memorize them, even though the book helps until you repeat it again and again. Once you learn them, you can do it. All right, the third one And each one builds on the other. And if you know numerology, that's how I gave each commitment a number. The third commitment is I commit to my vision. So then I say to myself, well, what's your vision today, Michele? What would you like to manifest? And I thought before the opportunity to come together with you, I'd like to manifest a beautiful conversation that's authentic. And I'd like to share all the good ideas I have with Noah, and she could share hers as well. And we'll have a beautiful commitment of being our best. That was my commitment and my vision for today.
I love that. So,
What
Mike,
would you like as your vision? What would you like?
well, my vision for today is to meet somebody new, like to have find new connections with new people. Like I'm really into that now because I believe that the more we can connect with new people, the more we can, you know, really change our lives. Because the more we don't keep ourselves the biggest secret. I feel for a long time I kind of kept myself like hidden away, and I want to get there out there and meet like even one person a day, new person a day.
Well, that's a beautiful vision. So you would be a gatherer.
Mhm.
Today, you gather your energy to connect with new people. And even though I know you, each time we meet, we are new because we are becoming ourselves every day, a new self,
Yes, I love
a
that.
higher purpose self. Okay,
Definitely.
number four is aren't the four commitments? I mean, the 12 commitments are the easiest practices to do, and they yield stellar results. Okay, the fourth commitment is I lay a foundation. Now, think about it. When you lay a foundation for a high rise, the higher the building, the deeper the foundation. And especially in Florida with our sandy soil, we need a very deep foundation
Mhm.
for hurricanes that make the building shake, right? Now, we as human beings every day go through some kind of emotional, intellectual, and financial hurricane. Every day, there's something that pulls us left and right like a wind. And if we don't want to be affected and feel uncomfortable with these winds, we must have a strong foundation. So for me, every day, my foundation begins with my spiritual practice. I get up, I do my commitments, I do my meditation, I do my journaling, and then my second is I take care of my body. So I go for my walk. Next, I take care of my family. I feed them. And next, I go to work. And that's my complete foundation of my life. And I use each piece 25% because I love numbers. So I don't give 50% to work. I don't give 50% to my family. Everybody gets a healthy quarter. And at the end of the day, my day is balanced. I ate, I socialized, I did service in community, I made money, and I feel centered because I stuck to my foundational practices every day. So that's why the fourth commitment, I lay a foundation, is essential because without a foundation, when the winds of change come, I could blow left and right. But when they come my way, I go to my practices, my four spiritual practices, my faith, my body, my family, and my service in working community. That's my foundation. What do
So,
you think yours is?
so foundation is like a routine that you set for yourself daily, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so for me, My foundation is definitely the meditation. I feel like it calms my nervous systems. It gets me really centered with my day. That would
Yeah,
be the first thing that I do. Exercise, for sure, taking care of my body. That's really
yeah.
important. Helping my husband in the office, helping him, put systems into place. That's something that's really important to me. Being able to spend time with my kids, empower my kids, be there for my kids when they need me. That's important. And of course, making money is always something that I focus on as well. And then the meditation at night again, so in the morning, at night, and a little bit of walking, that kind of routine really helps me.
It seems like when you say your commitment,
Mhm.
they're almost identical to mine. That's why you and I get along well, because we believe in serving a community that's kind and loving with good goals and spiritual practices. So we agree on our life mission. That's why we get along. We're like minded.
Yes, definitely.
Now we can go to the fifth commitment, which is one of your G's. And I love the fifth commitment, and I say it before my meals as well. I raise my hands like this and I go, I believe in a power far greater than myself, the power of God,
Hmm.
universal truth, divine order, divine laws, and divine consciousness. I believe in a power greater than myself, the power of God. And having that as a practice and having a belief that there is a God
Mhm.
makes me want to have a relationship with that power,
Mhm.
because you can only believe in something if you have a relationship with it. So I expand my relationship with God every day. And the fifth commitment reminds me that I, Michele, believe in a power greater than myself, God, and I can trust that power to guide, provide, and protect me.
I love that because you know how I believe in God and how, like, I literally every day when I come home and I get home safe, I thank God for everything, like everything. I thank God for a nice warm shower. I thank God for getting home safe.
Yeah.
I thank God for every experience in my life, like everything. I'm so aware. It's that awareness, right? That, I wouldn't have this great experience if God wasn't there making sure that I did. So I'm so aware of the God's love all around me and the connection that I have in my heart and soul to a higher power.
Do you see how we agree?
Yeah.
Again,
But
okay.
Michelle,
And
how about people that say, "Well, I don't believe in God." Like how do you handle that?
well, it's interesting you asked that question because the word God has many images in people's mind.
Hmm.
So it's fine if they say they don't believe in God. I understand what they mean is they don't use the word God
Hmm.
to interpret what they believe in. They give it to other titles. Maybe they say Muhammad, or they say money, or they say science. But at the root of every person, they have a belief in something. And if they don't choose to say God, that's fine for them. But for me, I know through my relationship that it's God, it's greater than me. And I assume that the greatness that's greater than me, maintaining this incredible universe, is God.
Yeah, great answer. Yeah, I just think people see it in a different way. There are those people that don't believe in anything and they just, they're but I believe if you want to go, you're that's stronger belief, going deeper, right? Knowing that things are not just created on their own. Whatever you call that, right? That to us is definitely God 100%. And to them, it might,
Yes.
like you said, it could be something else. So, yeah, I was just interested in how you would see it. So, so that was the fifth commitment?
Well, can I also, I'd like to respond to that because there's also another piece of it.
Yes.
They may not have discovered God yet,
Hmm.
that they're still a young soul seeking an experience greater than themselves. And once they have that and they build on that, then they know God.
Yes, I agree. I agree. That makes a lot of sense because it's part of their development too. Not everybody grows with that kind of direction or find like my daughter is 17 and she very early on, and it wasn't through me because I don't really, I
Yeah.
haven't talked. God is inside of me, so, but I don't preach God, right? It's just like something, an energy that I know is there all the time. So my daughter on her own discovered God, and she literally talks to God and prays to God, and it's the cutest thing, you know. So, and she knows when she doesn't pray and she's not connected to God as much, she doesn't feel as good in her life. So she really, she takes so much strength in her life from God. So it's very interesting how she kind of developed her own side with that.
Well, that's the truth.
Hmm.
She awakened to the God within her. She was listening to that inner voice that gives you the guidance. And that's why we believe in me. The me within is the presence of God. And the more you believe in me, this is for me, of course, the more I believe in God, because I know some amazing things that I think or do. They're unbelievable. It's like, how did that happen? Well, I couldn't have created it. So a power greater than myself assisted me and guided me and made it simple for me.
Yes, definitely. I definitely believe that, you know, we have to open our heart and soul to God. And it's a journey. It's not, it doesn't come right away for people. But once you get it, like us, once you get, and a lot of you out there, that you're not alone and there's a higher power that will guide you when you're open, it really does shift and change the way you see life in general, right? So I love that you brought God into the picture of this 12 agreements, 12 commitments, I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go to the next commitment.
All right. Well, okay. So we're moving along. It's perfect because it's 3 o'clock and we're at 6. So we have the other half to go. And the sixth commitment is a definite practice. And I'd like to inspire the audience to recognize when I say I practice visualization and I make that commitment every day, it's the same as doing a yoga pose or cooking a dinner. If you don't take time to do a pose or you don't take time to cook a meal, you cannot say you've eaten, right? Or you cannot say your body's stretched. So when I say I practice visualization, I actually allocate time in my day. I schedule it. Now I'll go and practice visualization. And I can sit. The other day, my wrist was hurting. I sat, I'm not exaggerating, close to 3 hours holding my wrist, visualizing the light healing my wrist and just relaxing, not thinking, just knowing that I was receiving a power of light. Well, today my wrist feels 99% better. Did I do anything? Yes, I practice visualization. I visualize the healing power in my wrist and it started to heal itself. Now, if I didn't practice visualization, I wouldn't have been able to sit for 3 hours because it would have looked like a waste of time. But my wrist, I couldn't bend. It was so painful that I had to practice visualization on it so that it could heal. That's a big example. You can practice any visualization, but it must be a practice or you don't have a power attached to it. It becomes a thought. That's the difference. One is a practice and one is a thought.
Mm. I love that you said that, right? So how long should people visualize for when they're visualizing? Is there a certain time that you recommend?
It's really your decision. The longer you can sit, the more you see. For example, this is I'll be quick. Every night I make a phenomenal dinner. I consider myself a super chef. I don't get up and cook right away. I say, what do I want to eat? What will it look like? What color foods am I having? Oh, if I'm having this, say I'm having salmon, just for example, it's orange. I think I'll do some sweet potatoes with that. Oh, that'll look nice on the plate. But now it's too orange. Oh, I have to bring in some sauteed spinach. Yes, and maybe I'll put some crushed nuts. Now, this is all going on in my visualization long before I get up. The minute I get up, it's as if the food drops into the pan. I just go bing, 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 bing. It gets done in less than 30 minutes because the power of the visualization knows exactly what it wants, and nothing can distract me from the power of that picture. And it could be anything. I'm just using a simple metaphor of cooking.
I love that, Michelle. That is really a powerful example that you just gave, you know. Amazing. Amazing. I'm going to start visualizing my dinners because so often I get like, oh, what am I going to do? I'm looking in the pantry. You just got to sit down, visualize it, see it, and then you can create it. I love that. That's really cool. That was a great example.
And look at this. You and I have on almost the same exact color, teal blue with coal. I just visualize, well, I want to be very relaxed. I'll put on this beautiful silk blue scarf and a soft pink. I saw it in my mind. And then I just went into the closet and put it on. I didn't know what you were wearing, but it shows that in both of us visualizing our day, we could connect on a color that complemented you and complimented me. And probably many people in the audience will be wearing pale blues and greens and pinks because it's in the atmosphere. The colors are in the universe. And when we turn within, we can see which color is shining towards us. That's my experience through the power of visualization.
Yes, and I love that. And visualization is so important to manifest the things you want. And so many of us don't use that power
Oh,
of
yeah.
visualizing it, you know. A lot of people that are very wealthy say they've already seen it before. They went, you know, they pictured the house and the cars and everything that they wanted was already started with a visual. So I think that's such an important part of our life that a lot of us forget about. So thank you so much for making it part of your commitments because that is definitely such a simple thing that so often we don't take the time to do.
But when you practice the commitments, you see, when you say for your 6 commitments, I practice visualization, it means you're committing time to visualize.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just say
Mm-hmm.
you become it.
I love that.
That's the beauty of the 12 commitments.
You don't just
These
say
are
it.
actually priceless. You become it.
Yeah, I love
For
what you
example,
yeah.
and this is where you and I really connect. Do you remember when you would be teaching yoga class and you would walk around at the end and we were in the yoga pose of the corpse and you would say beautiful affirmative prayers to us? Do you recall?
Sure, yes.
No. Okay.
Yes, I do.
Well, you would speak of the breath, and I love the breath.
Mm-hmm.
And the 7th commitment is meditate as you breathe. As you practice meditation with intention and gratitude, You breathe gratitude with your breath throughout the day.
Mhm.
And having the practice of breath, breath meditation, we're always breathing. So that means we're naturally always meditating.
Mhm.
But when we make a commitment to meditate on gratitude when we breathe, our subconscious mind is now meditating on gratitude because it's a commitment. You see, the power of a commitment is practice and it goes into the subconscious. And as we repeat our practices, we become them.
And you know how much I love gratitude and the power of gratitude. To me, that's just everything. So being able to breathe in gratitude, breathe out gratitude, and what you're saying about the subconscious, which is so true because you're constantly feeding your subconscious with those words, with those affirmations, with that visualization. You're continuously feeding your subconscious a new way of thinking, a new way of being, a new way of doing, and that changes your life completely. So I love that.
Every day you have more commitments,
Mhm.
the better and better your life becomes. And I want to give a shout out to your beautiful jewelry. That G is the G of the gratitude, and you're living the three G's.
Mhm.
When you wear the jewelry with the G, it anchors in the gratitude. It anchors in your practice. That's why why people wear jewelry. Jewelry is an anchor. So having beautiful jewelry like your jewelry, it anchors into consciousness, the gratitude and the commitment. That's why I admire your jewelry.
Thank you, Michelle. And I really do love my jewelry and I wear it all the time. And can't wait to share it with the world because it does make a huge difference when you have that connection to those things on a daily. And I love how you put it as the anchor. You know, I call it like my secret weapon, right? I literally don't leave my house without putting my G on because I really feel like it makes a huge difference in my life. So you have the G on my hand. It's such a part of everything that I do, the gratitude, being grounded in love and compassion and guided by God. So I can't wait to share that with the world. So thank you so much for bringing that into the conversation.
I admire you for making the commitment to create jewelry that has that kind of power. For example, look at the nuns that carry the rosary beads, or all the spiritual monks. They're always carrying something because it anchors in their commitment.
I love
And
that.
your jewelry for you and anybody who will wear it, when they put it on, they are making a commitment to anchor in that gratitude. So continue to thrive with that jewelry, and you'll see more people will choose it as a commitment and an anchor, and they'll be wearing it and letting other people know that they're committed to gratitude. And that's a beautiful commitment. Very
Yes,
good.
yes. Can't get enough of that for sure.
Okay, the
Thank you.
eighth commitment, and one day I'll come on your show and we'll talk about astrology and numerology because I love numerology and astrology. But the number eight rules finance and leadership around financial planning and independence. So therefore, the eighth commitment is listen to it carefully. You can expect abundance with every thought, word, and expenditure. Now, what a fabulous commitment that is to expect
Mhm.
abundance. And all you have to do, if thoughts are things, is to expect abundance because the expectation of abundance will set you up to attract it because you expect abundance with every thought, word, and expenditure.
Mhm.
So when you think of abundance, you choose words, there's the second commitment of abundance.
Mhm.
You, words of gratitude around money. And when you spend money, you're grateful that you have money in your pocket to buy what you want. And when you pay for your groceries, you're grateful that a truck driver got paid money to bring it to you. And that money will send his children to school, or that money paid the farmer. So when you spend money, you can expect abundance for yourself and others because it's good money. All the money I earn is good money. My money goes to good and it comes to me from good. My clients are happy to pay me because I'm generous with my kindness and my thoughts for them. They happily pay me because I give them goodness. I get that money and I spend it on good food, and they're happy to get it. And all the money in my life is abundant because it's good money. I only spend good money and I only receive good money. So with the eighth commitment, you expect abundance with every thought, word, and expenditure.
I love that. I love that. Words are so important. I actually have a chapter in my book called Your Words Create Your World, and your world is created by your words. So the words, we so often say negative things and expect great things to happen in our lives. If we just listen to how we speak, right? The word, don't, not, and no. They're negative. I cannot do it. All these things, right, that we speak into, and yet we expect things to change. So I just believe that the thoughts, the words, like you said, make a huge difference. So thank you. That's a great commitment. Can you?
I agree. I agree.
So should we go to the next commitment?
Well, I'll read the ninth commitment. Yeah, yeah. We broke up a little bit. The ninth commitment, and in numerology, 9 is to release. It's the end. It's the end of the cycle. And the ninth commitment, and this is as powerful as every other one. I release fear, doubt, indecision, and procrastination. It's a square: fear, doubt, indecision, and procrastination. They're attitudes or characteristics that are inherent in humanity: fear, doubt, procrastination, and indecision. And yet, they are the thieves of faith, energy, optimism, and actualization. There's a complete opposite. So if you choose to have a life that is faithful, that is artistic, that is moving forward, you must release every day the commitment. I release fear, doubt, indecision, and procrastination because they are the thief of your life. So you must have a commitment that you will release them. And the more you say that, the less you see fear, doubt, indecision, or procrastination.
Wow, Michelle, that really hit home because I believe so many of us are caught in that square that you just talked about, right? That's a really, really powerful commitment. And to look at that daily, that can shift your subconscious because it brings that awareness, how you need to shift the energy from that place of indecision, the place of fear, into a different realm, right? So it's really reprogramming your subconscious, and the commitment probably brings huge awareness to those areas that you're maybe indecisive about.
If I can give you a tool,
Mhm.
people think, oh, I'm not sure. Should I get a can of chickpeas or should I get a can of black beans? This is just a metaphor. Should I do this or should I do that? And they waste time, called indecision and procrastination, because they're fearful that they don't know what to do. And that makes them slow down all of their energy. Instead of, should I get chickpeas or black beans. If you don't know in a minute, you don't get either because you don't want beans, or your mind will say, I'll take the black. Or you say, I buy them both. You don't waste time in indecision. Decide when you really want something, do it. If you don't want it, you don't have to waste time thinking, do I want it? When you're hungry, you know it. When you're not, you're not. So go with what you want. And if you're not sure, it means you don't want it. So why waste time trying in indecision and procrastination? It changes your life when you live with that commitment. I can't tell you. I've been doing the at least, let me see, I know you since 14. I must be doing the 12 commitments close to 20 years. And believe me, as you age, life can become more difficult. But if you have commitments, it becomes easier because your subconscious maintains your commitments.
Yeah, and you stay focused on where you're going and what you want to do instead of being scattered, right? You know what? Another thing that I think is really a waste of time, Michelle, is
Tell me,
is
tell me.
returns. Going to the store to do returns. I think that's a waste of time. Because you're running around, you're
Right.
running around, you're running around, you wasting that energy that you could use to actually create something or make more money or do something. It's scattered energy, running around, running around. It's just not, it's a very scattered
Totally.
energy.
I totally agree. That's an excellent example. And it came from indecision.
Hmm.
Somebody bought something they weren't sure. If you're not sure, you don't buy it.
Hmm. Yeah, also sometimes
It's
come
as
from,
simple as that.
also,
Okay, let's go to number 10.
let's
We're
go.
almost
Yes.
there now.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, number 10. This is a beautiful, beautiful commitment, and it goes with your 3G jewelry. Believe in your beloved as it resides in each person's place and situation. Now, today, when I was visualizing you as my beloved, each person you're with, if they believe in God and God is in them, then you are embracing them in namaste. They are your beloved the moment you're with them because they are in you and you are in them. When you look at a tree or a bird or any object, you could love them like they are the beloved, and it turns your whole life into much more loving when you recognize each individual is your beloved. It's simple.
Mhm.
It's a simple commitment. Believe in your beloved.
I love that so much because what it reminds me is like oneness, right? Seeing everybody as oneness, everybody as
Yes.
valued, everybody is special, not being above anybody, not being below anybody,. But being together. I love that commitment. Thank you.
In namaste. I
Namaste.
greet the divine in you as you greeted me. That's why yoga is an ancient practice, and everybody who practices yoga is practicing the ancient art of yoga, which is a practice. Okay, you were ready for 11?
Yes, yes.
Very easy. And it also goes with your 3G. I say practice appreciation. Express your gratitude every day and be thankful for everything that comes your way. Even though my wrist was hurting me, I said, Michele, I'm grateful for this because I probably would not have spent 3 hours sitting in the recliner holding my wrist, seeking a healing and feeling love. But I wanted an experience, so I sat there until I felt healed. I practiced appreciation of loving myself because myself was craving attention and I didn't know it. But when my wrist hurt, I took the time to give myself the appreciation that it deserves. So sometimes a pain is really the self crying for attention.
Mm. That is deep. That is deep stuff right there, you know. Definitely. I love that you sat with it and you were able to feel it and work through it, right? Because we're all powerful. We all have, you know, powerful energy to heal ourselves. The body heals itself, but it's how we think, how we see it, and to take the time, like you said, to be thankful for everything, even for the pain, even for the challenges. Inject love into everything because that's what it's all about. The more you inject love into things, the more things will work out because you see it in a workability. You see a solution to it. You're not looking at it as a problem, but rather as an opportunity to grow yourself. So I love that, Michele. Are we on to number
Do
12?
you see the simplicity of life? The 12th one is right now. I'm ready to say it. The simplicity of life is to slow down, to practice commitments so that when we move from our subconscious on what is important to us. And the 12th commitment is a very beautiful commitment. I stay in the zone. Believe, I breathe, I expect, and I focus from within myself. And that's the first commitment. I believe. The second, the seventh is I breathe. Focus on what's important and expect it to work out. It's a simple life when we learn what's essential, not to others,
Mm.
to ourselves. That's why the 12 commitments are a gift to ourselves, to believe in ourselves and to focus within and visualize what's important and follow that which is whole and complete and be committed to yourself, your life, and your purpose, and all will become well. Amen.
Amen. Well, definitely, you know, it's again, it takes us back into that inner work that we do on ourselves, right? Because if we don't do the inner work, how can we create that in the outside world? Because, you know, if we have chaos inside, we're going to have chaos outside, you know? And I think that's why so many of us are pulled in so many directions because we don't have those commitments to ourselves. We don't take time. You know, if you tell somebody they need to take, you know, 20 minutes to visualize or 20 minutes to meditate or, you know, to take time for themselves, go to the gym for an hour, they'll be like, but I don't have time. But you don't have time not to do that, right? Because if you don't do those things, you're going to live in chaos. You might have a lot of money, but you're going to be miserable because you haven't committed to the wellness of yourself. And I feel like the 12 commitments, they're the wellness of yourself and the wellness of your subconscious in your life so you can actually start creating it outside of yourself because you're taking the time every day to recommit to your vision, to recommit to your life, to recommit to your purpose, you know, with those 12 commitments that are, you know, how much I love them and how powerful and how excited I am to share them with all of you and to share Michele with you. Is that how you see it, Michele?
Thank you. Thank you. You were impeccable with your explanation. I believe you were a marvelous host because you allowed me to share my vision and the power of these commitments. And I know that you listened and you became a part of the 12 commitments today with me.
Yeah, no, I think this is such a gift to the world and such a great thing to take time and work on daily. And people can buy your book, right? And do the 12 commitments daily by just following
It's
those.
on Amazon.
Yeah, yeah.
You
So,
can buy it right on Amazon. It comes in 2 days. It's less than $16. And, and it will guarantee change your life the day you start committing to it.
Absolutely. And Michelle, what makes you so passionate about helping people? Because you do so much of your own work to be able to bring that to us. What keeps you, and the spiritual work we talked about before, it's not easy, right? To keep putting the positive energy in the world and keep doing your own work. What keeps you so passionate to keep helping others?
It's organic. I was born to do something. And I think the real truth is that there is a power, it's God. And God finds people like us that want to help, that want to do this work. And the reward that comes from coaching people, I get very high. I feel like this hour with you was so impeccable. And I enjoyed every moment of sharing with you and the audience. I couldn't get this happiness from just anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's the giving, the reciprocity of giving that gives back to you. So the more you give, the more you receive. At least that's what it is for me.
That's beautiful. Beautiful way of putting it. Michelle, how can people find you and connect with you if they want to coach with you or, you know, work with you?
Well, I have a web page and it's my name, micheledambrosio.com. And all you do is click on that, and it explains all of my services, and my phone number's there. If you call me, I'll pick up the phone and speak to you. If you purchase my book, that would be lovely. I'll give you a free consultation. Or if you call and have a coaching session, I'll send you a free book. Whatever you want to do, I'm here. I love my work. I've been doing this for many, many years, and I will continue doing it into infinity.
Thank you, Michelle. This was really such a great conversation. I know that so many people are going to listen to it and really get inspired by what you're doing and hopefully commit to themselves more to live more empowered lives daily by doing the 12 commitments. So thank you so much for
Imagine
being
a
my guest.
world with people who were living from true commitments to themselves and others. There wouldn't be any war, there would only be love on earth.
100%. Amen to that. I agree 100%. And our job, each one of us, is to leave this world better than we found it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. I want to thank you all for joining us today. It's truly an honor.
Thank you, darling.
It's it's truly an honor to bring you such incredible people that can help you on this journey. So please check out Michelle's book, The 12 Commitments, on Amazon, or connect with her because she has changed my life and she's been such a gift in my life. And I'm excited to bring her to you. Until next time, please remember to practice these three elements daily. Have a grateful heart, ground in love and compassion, and know every day that you're not alone, but you are guided by God. I hope you have a beautiful week. Namaste.